There's a common saying, if you want something, go after it with everything you've got and never give up. While this idea is inspiring and widely accepted, it also comes with an invisible burden, the pressure we place on ourselves to control everything. Stoic philosophy, an ancient yet timeless wisdom, offers a different approach. Not everything in life needs to be forced or controlled. Think about the times you've tried to make things happen exactly the way you wanted, whether in your career, relationships, or personal goals. The harder you pushed, the more resistance you faced. Instead of success, you found frustration, exhaustion, and even self-doubt. This doesn't mean you are not capable or deserving. Sometimes the problem isn't you. It's the act of forcing life instead of flowing with it. Life is like a river, constantly moving. When we try to fight the current, we only exhaust ourselves. But when we learn to move with it, we find clarity, peace, and even unexpected opportunities. Letting go of control is not easy, especially in a world that constantly tells us to chase success, productivity, and external validation. However, by applying Stoic principles, you will discover a lighter, more meaningful way to live, one that reduces stress, brings clarity, and allows you to enjoy life as it unfolds. In this video, I will share 10 Stoic methods to help you stop forcing life and start embracing it with wisdom and confidence. These principles will reduce anxiety, increase resilience, and bring more joy to your daily life. Before we begin, I have a small challenge for you. Watch this video until the end, apply what you learn for a week, and then come back to share your experience. If you're ready to let go of control and step into a new way of living, leave a comment below saying, "Go with the flow." Now let's dive in. Your journey to a more peaceful and fulfilling life starts now. 1. Live fully in the present. One of the core teachings of Stoicism is the importance of living fully in the present moment. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, once said, "Do not act as if you were going to live for 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it is in your power, be good." This quote is a powerful reminder that time is limited, and the only moment we truly have control over is right now. Yet so many people live trapped in the past or anxious about the future, forgetting to actually experience life as it happens. Think about it. How often have you been physically present in a situation, but mentally elsewhere? Maybe you were sitting with a loved one, but instead of enjoying their company, your mind was racing with worries about work or unfinished tasks. How many precious moments have slipped away because your focus was somewhere else? The power of now, living fully in the present, means truly engaging with what is happening right now. It means feeling, observing, and experiencing life deeply, rather than letting it pass by unnoticed. Imagine sitting under a tree, feeling the wind on your skin, listening to the birds, and simply existing in that moment. When you allow yourself to fully experience life without distractions, stress and anxiety fade away. The weight of the future no longer controls you. How to practice living in the present. To strengthen this habit, ask yourself, what is happening right now? How can I experience this moment more fully? These simple questions will help bring your focus back to the present and train your mind to appreciate life as it unfolds. Start small. When you eat, focus on the taste and texture of your food instead of rushing. When you work, give your full attention to the task instead of multitasking. When you spend time with loved ones, truly listen to them instead of checking your phone. Another powerful method is daily meditation. Even just a few minutes of sitting in silence, focusing on your breath, can help train your mind to be more present. By practicing this daily, you will notice a profound shift. Life will no longer feel like something you are rushing through. You will start to experience it fully, with clarity and appreciation. The present moment is the only place where life truly happens. Don't miss it. 2. Understand the impermanence of life. Life is constantly changing. Nothing stays the same forever. As the philosopher Heraclitus said, "No man ever steps in the same river twice, for it's not the same river, and he's not the same man." This reminds us that everything around us is in motion, our emotions, relationships, and circumstances. Yet we often resist change, hoping things will stay the way they are. But can we really control the flow of time? Think about the last time you tried to hold on to happiness, fearing it would end, or when you resisted sadness, hoping it would disappear. In both cases, emotions passed anyway, just like waves in the ocean. Recognizing this truth helps us stay calm, even when facing uncertainty. The beauty of impermanence. Instead of fearing change, we can learn to appreciate it. The shifting seasons are a perfect example. Spring brings new beginnings. Summer is full of energy. Autumn teaches us to let go. Winter prepares us for renewal. Just like nature, our lives move through cycles. Understanding impermanence makes us more patient and resilient. When difficulties arise, remind yourself, this is just a phase, and it will pass. How to embrace change instead of resisting? Try to accept and adapt. When something good happens, enjoy it fully. Knowing it won't last forever makes it even more precious. When facing a challenge, remember that no struggle is permanent. Growth comes through change. Practice gratitude for what you have now, rather than fearing what you might lose. Stoicism teaches us that true peace comes from accepting life as it is, not as we wish it to be. When you stop fighting change, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and embrace the natural flow of life. Impermanence is not something to fear. It's a reminder to live fully, appreciating every moment. The power of acceptance. Acceptance is not about giving up or being passive. It is about developing the inner strength to face life with clarity and resilience. Epictetus, a great Stoic philosopher, once said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." This is the essence of acceptance. Life will bring challenges, disappointments, and unexpected changes. You will lose things, people, and opportunities. The question is not if these things will happen, but how you will respond when they do. Think about a time when you faced a difficult situation, a failed relationship, a lost job, or an unexpected setback. The instinctive reaction is often resistance, frustration, and a desperate attempt to change what has already happened. But what if, instead of resisting, you chose to accept reality as it is? Why acceptance is strength, not weakness. Many people mistake acceptance for weakness. In reality, it is one of the greatest forms of strength. Acceptance allows you to see situations clearly, free from the emotions that cloud your judgment. It helps you move forward instead of wasting energy fighting what you cannot change. For example, when a door closes in your life, you can either spend years regretting it or accept that it was never meant for you and redirect your focus toward new possibilities. Acceptance does not mean giving up. It means choosing where to place your energy. How to practice. Acceptance. Recognize what is within your control and what is not. Focus on your actions, not the outcome. When facing hardship, instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" logically ask, "What can I learn from this?" Let go of expectations that things should be different and start working with reality as it is. By practicing acceptance, you develop emotional resilience. You learn to face challenges with wisdom rather than frustration. The Stoics understood that peace does not come from controlling life. It comes from accepting it. The moment you stop resisting reality, you free yourself from unnecessary suffering. 4. Learn to let go. One of the most important lessons in Stoicism is knowing when to let go. Life is full of attachments, relationships, material possessions, expectations, but holding on too tightly can lead to suffering. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Yet many people hold on to painful memories, toxic relationships, or unrealistic goals, believing they must make things work. In reality, true peace comes from knowing what to hold on to and what to release. Why letting go is essential. Imagine holding a burning coal in your hand. The longer you hold it, the more pain it causes. But the moment you let go, relief follows. Life is the same. Some things are simply not meant to be carried forever. Think about what is weighing you down. Are you clinging to past mistakes, replaying them over and over. Resentment towards someone who wronged you, a relationship that no longer brings joy or growth. Letting go is not about giving up. It is about freeing yourself from unnecessary burdens so you can focus on what truly matters. How to practice. Letting go. Ask yourself, does this bring me peace or stress? If it drains your energy, it may be time to release it. Reframe your thinking. Instead of saying, I failed, remind yourself that every experience teaches something valuable. Shift your focus to the present. The past is unchangeable, and the future is uncertain. The only place you have power is now. Letting go is a skill. It takes time and effort, but once you master it, you will feel lighter, calmer, and more in control of your own mind. You do not lose anything by letting go, you gain freedom. 5. Practice. Mindfulness. Mindfulness is the art of being fully present, aware of your thoughts and surroundings without distraction or judgment. In Stoicism, this practice is essential for maintaining clarity and inner peace. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Many people go through life on autopilot, constantly reacting to situations instead of truly experiencing them. Their minds are filled with worries about the past or anxieties about the future, making it impossible to appreciate the present moment. The power of awareness. Mindfulness is not just about noticing what is happening around you, it is also about being aware of your own thoughts and emotions. When you pay attention to your mind, you begin to see patterns, negative thinking, unnecessary worries, and emotional reactions that control you. By practicing mindfulness, you gain the ability to observe your thoughts without being consumed by them. Instead of getting lost in fear or doubt, you learn to step back and respond with wisdom. How to practice mindfulness. Start with deep breathing. Focus on each breath as it enters and leaves your body. This simple act brings your attention back to the present. When eating, slow down. Notice the texture, taste, and smell of your food instead of rushing through meals. During conversations, truly listen. Instead of planning your response, focus on the other person's words and emotions. Ask yourself throughout the day, what am I thinking right now? Is this thought helping me or harming me? Mindfulness is not something you do only in moments of peace. It is a daily practice that helps you remain calm and clear-headed, even in the middle of chaos. By mastering mindfulness, you take control of your mind instead of letting it control you. 6. Use silence effectively. In a world filled with noise, distractions, and endless conversations, silence is often overlooked. But for the Stoics, silence was not just the absence of speech. It was a tool for self-mastery, wisdom, and inner peace. Epictetus once said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." Too often, people speak without thinking, react emotionally, or fill every moment with unnecessary chatter. But true strength lies in knowing when to stay silent. The power of silence. Silence gives you space to reflect, observe, and respond wisely instead of reacting impulsively. It allows you to avoid unnecessary conflict. Many arguments escalate because people feel the need to have the last word. Think before speaking. Choosing your words carefully prevents misunderstandings. Listen more deeply. By speaking less, you become a better listener and gain greater insight into people and situations. Think about a time when you stayed silent instead of reacting emotionally. Did it help you see the situation more clearly? Did it prevent unnecessary stress? How to use silence as a Stoic pause before responding. When someone says something upsetting, take a moment to breathe before reacting. Observe more than you speak. You will learn far more by listening than by talking. Embrace quiet moments. Instead of constantly filling silence with distractions, allow yourself time to think and reflect. Silence is not a weakness. It is a powerful form of self-control. When you master silence, you master yourself. The ability to stay silent when needed is a sign of wisdom and strength. 7. Enjoy the journey, not just the outcome. Modern society teaches us to focus on results, achievements, milestones, and final goals. But Stoicism reminds us that true fulfillment comes from the journey itself, not just the destination. Think of a mountain climber. If their only focus is reaching the top, they may miss the breathtaking views, the lessons learned along the way, and the personal growth that comes with the challenge. In the same way, if you live only for future success, you risk missing the life happening right now. The problem with outcome-based thinking: when you focus only on results, you set yourself up for frustration. You tie your happiness to an uncertain future. You feel discouraged if things do not go as planned. You fail to appreciate the small victories along the way. Marcus Aurelius understood this well when he said, "Do what you have to do it well, then let it go." Instead of obsessing over the final outcome, shift your focus to the process, to learning, growing, and experiencing every step of the way. How to find joy in the process. Set goals but detach from the results. Work hard but do not let your happiness depend on success. Celebrate small progress. Each step forward is an achievement, no matter how small. Stay present. Whether working on a project, exercising, or building relationships, be fully engaged in the moment. Life is not just a series of accomplishments. It is a continuous journey of learning and becoming. When you learn to enjoy the process, you stop rushing through life and start truly living. Happiness is not waiting at the finish line. It is found in every step you take. 8. Find joy in the simplest things. Many people believe that happiness comes from big achievements, wealth, or status. But Stoic philosophy teaches that true joy is found in life's simplest moments: a deep conversation, the warmth of the sun, the quiet of the morning. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." Yet modern life often distracts us from this truth. People chase success, compare themselves to others, and believe they need more to be happy. But if you cannot find joy in small things, you will never be satisfied, no matter how much you achieve. The power of simplicity. Children understand this naturally. They find happiness in a falling leaf, a new experience, or laughter with a friend. But as adults, we complicate happiness, believing it must be earned through effort and struggle. Think about your own life. When was the last time you truly appreciated something simple, like a peaceful moment, a kind word, or a quiet evening? How to practice finding joy in simplicity. Slow down, stop rushing from one task to the next, and take time to notice small pleasures. Appreciate what you already have. Instead of focusing on what is missing, recognize the value of what is present. Detach from material desires. Happiness is not in possessions, but in how you experience life. The richest person is not the one who owns the most, but the one who needs the least. By embracing simplicity, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and discover that joy has always been within reach. Happiness is not complicated. It is found in the small, quiet moments of daily life. 9. The art of gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools for a peaceful and fulfilling life. Instead of constantly seeking more, Stoicism teaches us to appreciate what we already have. Marcus Aurelius captured this perfectly. When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. Too often, people take their lives for granted. They focus on what is missing, compare themselves to others, or believe happiness lies in the future. But true contentment comes from recognizing the value of what you have right now. Why gratitude matters. Gratitude shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance. Instead of seeing what is lacking, you begin to see how much you already possess. This change in perspective reduces stress and anxiety. When you focus on what is good, worries lose their power. Strengthens resilience. Gratitude helps you see challenges as lessons rather than obstacles. Improves relationships. When you appreciate people in your life, connections deepen. Think of Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor who found hope even in the darkest conditions. He realized that even in suffering, there were small moments of kindness and meaning. His gratitude gave him the strength to endure. How to cultivate gratitude. Start your day with reflection. Ask yourself, what am I grateful for today? Appreciate small things, a good meal, a warm conversation, or a moment of peace. Shift your focus. Instead of dwelling on what is wrong, Remind yourself of what is right. Gratitude does not require perfect conditions. It is a mindset, a way of seeing life that brings clarity, contentment, and inner peace. Happiness is not about having more, but appreciating what is already here. 10. Appreciate solitude. Many people fear being alone, believing that solitude means isolation or emptiness. But for the Stoics, solitude was a source of strength, self-discovery, and wisdom. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." Instead of avoiding solitude, the Stoics embraced it. They understood that only in moments of quiet can we truly understand ourselves, our thoughts, desires, and emotions. Why solitude is important. In a world filled with noise, distractions, and social pressure, solitude allows you to reflect deeply. Without outside influence, you can think clearly about your goals and values. Develop self-reliance. Learning to enjoy your own company strengthens your independence. Reduce stress. Stepping away from constant interaction gives your mind space to rest. Think about your daily life. How often do you have a moment of true silence, without notifications, conversations, or background noise? If the answer is rarely, you may be missing an essential tool for personal growth. How to embrace solitude. Spend time alone intentionally. Go for a walk, read, or sit in silence without distractions. Use solitude for self-reflection. Ask yourself, what do I truly want? What thoughts occupy my mind the most? Detach from constant stimulation. Turn off your phone, step away from social media, and allow yourself to just be. Solitude is not something to escape. It is something to cultivate. It is where you meet yourself without the noise of the world telling you who to be. When you learn to enjoy solitude, you discover that you are never truly alone. You always have yourself. Let life flow. Many people believe that happiness comes from controlling every detail of their lives, forcing outcomes, chasing success, and resisting change. But Stoicism teaches a different truth. Peace comes from letting go of control and embracing life as it unfolds. This does not mean giving up on ambition or goals. It means understanding that not everything is within your power, and that forcing things only leads to frustration. Marcus Aurelius captured this idea perfectly. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. The key Stoic lessons to remember. Live fully in the present. This moment is the only one that truly exists. Accept impermanence. Nothing lasts forever, and that is what makes life meaningful. Master the art of letting go. Release what no longer serves you. Practice gratitude and simplicity. True happiness comes from appreciating what you have. Embrace solitude and silence. They are tools for wisdom and self-awareness. When you stop forcing life and start flowing with it, you will notice that everything becomes clearer. Challenges will no longer feel overwhelming, and joy will no longer feel distant. You will learn to find peace not in controlling life, but in accepting it. A challenge for you. Over the next week, try applying at least one of these Stoic principles to your life. Observe how it changes your mindset, your stress levels, and your overall peace of mind. Then come back and share your experience. What worked? What was difficult? Your journey can inspire others. Thank you for joining this exploration of Stoic wisdom. If you found value in this, share it with someone who might need it. And remember, happiness is not about control, but about understanding and acceptance. See you next time.